Hi there. Welcome to my views and news. Can you hear me, viewers? Thank you for responding with yes. Warm welcome to you. Big developments in the Horn of Africa in the last 48 hours. Several key regional developments, diplomatic developments. Ethiopia, Somaliland MOU has created regional shockwaves. Today's developments indicate that Ethiopia seems to be on its own. Can it counter regional international pressure? We'll have a look at this thing in this live chat. And secondly, fighting on Amhara Oromia border. OLA is being accused of having carried out an attack on uh, Amharas in border areas. What happened there in North Shore of Oromia? Thirdly, Sudan suspended all cooperation with IGAD. Let me welcome the participants who have joined the live chat so far. Samuel Faleke, today is the first one. Samuel, welcome, brother. Klaus New, second, says, Hi, Sajid. I am Oromo, not Ethiopia. Someone's name, screen name, I'm reading. Irmia Sabdisa says, Hi, Sajid. Galmu says, Hello, Mr. Sajid. Welcome, Galmu. A name in, I think, Chinese or Korean language. He says, Hi, Sajid. Speed 5 says, Hi, Sajid. Mohyuddin says, Hello, everyone. I am Oromo, not Ethiopia. Let's see how far Fano will take you, Sajid, always preaching fake news. Come on. Then why don't you then you should follow those sources which are giving correct news. People here criticize me at the same time they follow me, and that is what I like about them because perhaps internally they know that reporting is correct, but it does not correspond with what they want to be reported. I don't ban anyone. I don't take this criticism seriously. You have every right to criticize me. But when you say that news is fake, do you have any evidence? I mean, I have done thousands of videos so far, thousands of videos, literally. And I have shared tens of thousands of news stories so far. And people quote a few. They say, Sajid, you said that a few months ago, you said that last year. Out of several thousand news stories, they found only a few to prove that my reporting is incorrect. Human error is also a thing which happens, but I don't spread propaganda. I have no loyalty, no support for any group, religion, region, or nationality. Uh, why do I make myself clear? Because sometimes people are mistaken, they're misled. I know that some other groups, maybe others, YouTube channels too, they spread propaganda against each other too. So I don't want people to be victim of misinformation and disinformation. With open mind, analyze my videos, what I'm reporting since the start of Tigray war. Uh, Jabir Siraj says, hello, enter your name, says, we don't care. He's addressing, I am Oromo. Amante Daso says, hi, Sajid. A says, hello. Uh, then we have Castiel Dave. Castiel Dave is a new name for me. I have not seen him or her in these live chats. MJ, uh, Sime Gabriel Leg. Please don't say that. Oromoma means donkey. Don't say that. we shouldn't be disrespectful towards others. We shouldn't categorize all people, all Oromos, all Amharas, all Tigrayans under one banner. It should not happen, I think. Amman Voshe joined, two regular participants. Says, how do you all know Mr. Sajid knew more about Ethiopia than most of us here? Well, because I follow each and every development in a religious manner, in a dedicated manner. And I see myself as a student. I never claim that I know about Ethiopia a lot. I'm just learning. With an open mind, I try to absorb whatever is coming and then analyze it. Fitsum Kidane Mariam says Uganda possesses Su-30 and Su-30 is not 5G jet. But it's still a modern fighter jet. Wouldn't you agree, Fitsum, that Ethiopia is upgrading its capabilities? Ming Han says, hi, Brother Sajid. Can you do an analysis of the capabilities of the armed forces of all parties? Okay, I'll do a video on that. You have been asking questions about delivery of weapons to Somalia. Has Somalia acquired new weapons? No confirmation so far. Fake propaganda is being spread, incorrect reporting being made by some news sources. So far, I could not confirm any major armed deliveries to Ethiopia, to Somalia. Sorry. Hinok Birhano says, hi. Beniam Helisilasi Sajid has been reporting reliable and timely news from the start. Thank you for your professionalism. Thank you, Beniam. Uh, Ahmad, hi Sajid, how is your Ethiopian wife? I don't have any Ethiopian wife or Ethiopian girlfriend. So all Ethiopian women are my sisters, my mothers. Uh, I have no connection with any Ethiopian lady, by the way. I talk to them. I talk to a few of them, mostly talk about current affairs. Muhammad Usman says, good evening. Isfalda says, wise Pakistani YouTuber. Thank you. Dr. Admaso YouTube, thank you for buying this super chat sticker. He says, I watch you 7 days a week. I love your videos and enjoy all your content. I love your channel. I am Amhara and fun. Yeah, by the way, Yemes can join too. By the way, I remember that during and after Tigray war, people from Tigray, fighters from Tigray contacted me. They said, Sajid, you kept us updated. Because fighting was on different fronts during Tigray war. And fighters on one front did not know what was happening on the other front. Same was the case with the aid workers of top aid organizations of the world. I won't name anyone. They were also not interconnected. They didn't know what was happening in other areas. So they would get in touch with me and people too, those who relocated from parts of Amhara. They used to contact me, Sajid, should we stay in this area? Will TDF reach this area? Should we withdraw? Should we move towards some other places? So it was reporting done with an intent and purpose of sharing the right information with people. Yes, maybe I made some mistakes too, it happens. But I did not have any agenda to serve anybody. So it has been a good experience, by the way. And those people who followed me 2 3 years ago, they're still in touch with me. Some know me very, they know my family too, my kids too, and I know their family members too. Some watch me together, mothers and their sons, fathers, and daughters too. What's Somalia's next move? Somalia, by the way, says that it has not made a move so far. It says that it is only issuing statements like Ethiopia is issuing statements. It wants Ethiopia to make a move, then it will respond. No, Be Real says UK Parliament to recognize Somaliland. No, I think one member of Parliament spoke there. He spoke there and he talked about need for recognition of Somaliland. And even some US MPs also support that, but it's not that there is some progress to recognition of Somaliland in UK or US. AZ King joined to welcome AZ King, a member. Before that, Umaskan joined to a member as well. Two members joined so far. I missed several names today, which I could not mention, who have joined. Adam Ahmad Ibrahim, Muhammad Usman, uh, Gaid Abdullahi. He, Gaid Abdullahi, hi Sajid, by Dr. Gaid. So you're a doctor and you seem to be a Somali. Welcome. It seems to be your first time, I think, in the live chat here. Be Real says, Masgan, when are you going to Ethiopia? I've been warning Yemasgan that he should be careful, but who knows what he's up to. At other times, Al Shabaab has 7,000 soldiers, which is much less than of FANO and OLA members. Do you think Al Shabaab is a big threat for Ethiopia? It's just 7,000. I don't know from where did you get this figure. General Coms and UK Parliament are discussing to follow to Ethiopia recognition. No, I think such debates happen in UK Parliament, US Parliament too, but there is no progress to recognize Ireland by UK and US. At least I'm not aware of that. Because Somaliland has hired some lobbying firms. It wants recognition. It has hired lobbying firms working in Europe, working in US. These lobbying firms contact MPs. They contact international news outlets. They contact, they write articles. So they take this case of Somaliland's recognition to the parliament through different means. But basically, there is no major progress towards this recognition because UK has issued a statement calling for respect for Somalia's sovereignty and integrity. There could be a few MPs calling for the recognition. Abdulaziz says greeting from Somaliland. People don't like the exchange of greetings at the start of live chat when I read comments, when I read names, but believe me, it's very helpful for me because I know you, almost all of you who join regularly. That is how I am staying in touch with you people. And several viewers after live chats connect. They send me emails and we share a lot of things. We discuss issues too. So this interaction is very helpful for me. People say, "What is the new story?" Uh, okay, I'll start. Piraul said, "Do you have any information which type of the Sohoi 30 variant Ethiopia purchased?" I don't know. People say it's fourth generation. Tekim Tafira has joined too. Tekim, welcome. Really sad. Do you think war will break out between Oromia and Somalia? Not Oromia and Somalia. I don't use these words. I wouldn't say that Oromia, that Ethiopia Somalia war is imminent, but I think situation is alarming. It's escalating very rapidly, and there is no de-escalation so far. Let me start first. Some people say, Saji, just start. What the news story? First news story, IGAD. Can I start yours? Okay. On the 18th of January, Thursday, an emergency meeting of IGAD is due to be held. IGAD is a regional organization, intergovernmental authority on development. I think there are 8 members of IGAD: Ethiopia, Eritrea, Somalia, Djibouti, Uganda, Kenya, Sudan, South Sudan, all these countries are IGAD members. Eritrea withdrew from IGAD years ago when Ethiopia intervened in Somalia in 2006, I think. In protest, Eritrea withdrew from IGAD. And then tensions remained between Ethiopia and Eritrea. So Eritrea never rejoined IGAD, but after the Pretoria deal, Eritrea showed interest in rejoining IGAD, but so far Eritrea is not a very active member of IGAD. IGAD is a regional bloc which has been trying to resolve regional conflicts in these countries. IGAD was part of negotiations too, which led to signing a Pretoria deal, though IGAD was not the main player. Africa Union was not the main player. Main player was the US, which led to which steered the two sides to a deal in Pretoria. Samper Fidelis has become a member of the channel. Welcome, Samper. If you want to be a member, please click the link given in description section. We have gradually building our members community. Hopefully, we'll get more members so that we can start some member specific videos, live chats, etc. Welcome, Semper Fidelis. IGAD has been, uh, I wouldn't say it has been a failure, but IGAD could not uh, prove to be an effective platform for conflict resolution. In the 2-year long Tigray war, IGAD did not play any role. In Sudanese civil war too, IGAD has taken some initiatives, but we cannot say IGAD has managed to achieve anything so far. Now, an extraordinary summit of IGAD's heads of state is due to be held on Thursday. And there are two top agenda items. Firstly, Sudan, where Hamati has been invited to attend this IGAD summit, RSF chief. And someone is saying Ethiopia has a big fleet of Su-35. I don't know about Ethiopia having Su-35. Mulki says, I missed the opening today. Nothing in opening, just I read names and comments. Welcome, Mulki. So, first item on agenda is on IGAD's meeting is Sudan. But Sudanese military is boycotting this IGAD meeting. Why? Because Sudanese military says that IGAD is treating RSF on equal footing, which is not correct. RSF is not government in Sudan. It's a militia. It's a militia which has launched insurgency in Sudan. So Burhan, disgruntled, frustrated, has not only boycotted, announced the boycott of IGAD meeting, rather, reportedly Sudanese military has decided to suspend all cooperation with IGAD. Will Hamathi be there? That remains to be seen, but I think Burhan won't send representative. So this IGAD meeting is due to be held in Kampala, Uganda. It means that first agenda item is going to see no progress because one side is boycotting. Now, the second most important agenda item, perhaps the first most important, is Ethiopia, Somalia, Somali land tension. Enoch is asking about Muni Muni. By the way, how is Muni Muni? I think Muni Muni is not accessible. He told me that when he'll be at the facility, he won't have access to phone. So he'll be there. We can only pray for him. Hopefully, he'll get better and then he'll get back in touch with us. But he said that please send a message from me to all the viewers that I love them, I respect them. So these were the last words said to me by him. He is under treatment at a center. Magnetism, who is mass reporting you? Don't worry. People mass reported me as well. For years, nothing happened. If you are right, if your words, your content is unbiased, don't worry. So IGAD's agenda item number 2 is Somalia, Somaliland, Ethiopia tension. Somalia requested a special meeting of IGAD, African Union, UN Security Council, Arab League, OIC. Arab League is due to meet as well, and IGAD is also taking up this issue. Ethiopia today wrote a letter to IGAD. Ethiopia is not going to participate in Thursday's meeting. Why? Is Ethiopia boycotting the meeting? Is Ethiopian diplomatic position weak? All IGAD countries are united in support of Somalia. Why is Ethiopia boycotting IGAD meeting? According to the official letter released by Ethiopian government today, the government says that this IGAD meeting was summoned on short notice, and Ethiopia has other engagements too, which are overlapping with the schedule of IGAD meeting. That is why Ethiopia cannot participate. Ethiopia says it is ready to continue its cooperation with IGAD, but IGAD should summon meetings in accordance with rules of procedure. Ethiopia, in a way, is refusing to attend IGAD meeting. IGAD meeting was specifically called to diffuse the tension between Ethiopia, Somalia, and Somaliland. Now, what will IGAD do? And why isn't Ethiopia attending the meeting? Either IGAD will postpone the meeting or the meeting will be held and Somalia's narrative will be listened. The participants will listen to Somalia's narrative and maybe they'll take a joint position. We don't know. It's up to IGAD now what to do. Maybe IGAD will reschedule the meeting. If IGAD reschedules the meeting, what will Ethiopia do? Will it try to will it want the meeting to be rescheduled after a month maybe, that before that it can cement its deal with Somaliland? We don't know. Now ball is in the court of IGAD. IGAD Secretary General is Work Kanegebeyo. I think he's from Ethiopia. And when IGAD issued a statement about Ethiopia Somalia tension, Somalia accused IGAD of being soft on Ethiopia. And Somalia said that IGAD did not condemn Ethiopia Somaliland MOU. And Somalia demanded apology from IGAD. And it asked IGAD to withdraw its statement. IGAD did not withdraw its statement, no apology. But IGAD then decided to summon an emergency meeting, maybe under pressure from Somalia. Ethiopia knows that IGAD is under pressure from Somalia because IGAD Secretary General from Ethiopia. And secondly, Ethiopia knows that maybe IGAD countries are going to support Somalia. Majority of IGAD countries is going to support Somalia. Djibouti is IGAD chair. Djibouti obviously going to support Somalia. Somalia there too. Eritrea, if it attend the meeting, it will support Somalia as well. Sudan, the boycotting, army is boycotting. If army attends, then it will support Somalia. Kenya issued a statement in support of Somalia, a balanced statement. It won't support Ethiopia. South Sudan as well. So Ethiopia won't be able to find a single ally at IGAD summit. What will it do? If a resolution is tabled and the majority of IGAD countries back the resolution, Ethiopia will be alone. That is why Ethiopia has decided to boycott IGAD meeting. We'll call it boycott. Though Ethiopia says that it is because of schedule clash. It's not schedule clash. It's basically a boycott. Those who understand diplomatic developments, they know that basically Ethiopia is boycotting the IGAD meeting but it's using very soft diplomatic language. Let's see what happens now. Will IGAD press ahead with the meeting or not? If meeting is not held, what will Somalia do? Arab League is due to meet as well. The resolution perhaps is not more relevant than that of IGAD. IGAD is more relevant. Why? Because IGAD countries share border with Ethiopia. Arab League is set to issue a pro-Somalia statement. But Ethiopia does not want IGAD to be dominated by pro-Somalia narrative. That is why Ethiopia has boycotted. Sudan, Burhan has boycotted. So let's see what happens on Thursday. A says Somalia wants to drag Somaliland into chaos. Come on, Somaliland is a party. Somaliland signed an MOU which led to the start of this conflict. How can Somaliland be kept out of this conflict? Galmu says, Mr. Sajid, you're doing an excellent job keeping up with current events and reporting the latest news. Your competence and motivation are evident. I encourage you to keep up the great work. Thank you, Galmu. Amman Voshe, that's why Ethiopia refused the meeting because its position is weak, I think. That's what you're saying. Alim joined too. Welcome, Alim. Ghazalim says, if Somalia starts attacking Ethiopian troops in Somalia, will Amhara rally around the flag? Would that be a side strategy to undermine Fano support? Is it worth the lives? Very interesting. By the way, Somalia won't attack Ethiopian troops. Why? Because Somalia's military spokesperson said that the troops are anti-Ethiopia. That majority of troops is anti-Ethiopia. That majority of troops is anti-Ethiopian government. The spokesperson said that majority of troops, ENDF troops in Somalia is Tigrinya speaking, and they wouldn't like to return to Ethiopia. So I don't think that Somalia will attack Ethiopian troops, and there are tens of thousands of Ethiopian troops. That cannot happen. Troops will not be attacked. Troops might be told to leave. Will Amhara groups, Fano, support the Prime Minister? That's a very important point you raised, Alam. It's not that only in case of attacks on Ethiopian troops, Amhara people will rally under the flag. I think if a full-scale war breaks out between Ethiopia and Somalia, maybe you'll see rallying around the flag from the Amhara region. I am not saying that all Fano groups will start supporting the government, but maybe you'll see more support for government in Amhara than is the current situation. Abdirahman said the most extreme measure the Arab League can take is to collectively sanction Ethiopia. That would be a big move. It won't happen, by the way. It won't happen. Arab League is not known for taking strong positions. Why would it take such a strong position in support of Somalia? Did it take any major position when Ethiopia and Egypt had locked horns over GERD? Just statement, just resolutions. Nothing happened. General Tut says Ethiopian PM is moving too close to Shimelis Abdisa this month. Maybe he's going to fire him from Romania. Well, I did a video last year, remember, about Shimelis. So we have been hearing this rumor since last year that Shimelis is going to be fired. But Shimelis not fired. Rather, Dandia is in prison. People were saying last year that Dandia was basically close friend of Ethiopian PM, and PM used him to launch narratives, but he's in prison. Shimalis is there. Aman Voshe says, why do you think Amhara like to alliance with outsiders, Eritrea or no Somalia? Eritrea or Somalia, I think you're saying. Well, Fano fighters, Fano groups want allies. Difficult for them to get allies internally. They tried it. They're still trying. They want Tigray to be on their side. They want groups in Somalia to be on their side. They want a farce too, but they could not get any allies. So they want allies internally, externally, wherever they can find. By the way, just one point. I did a video about Ethiopian military's troops, which are being relocated, repositioned. Some Eastern Command units are being moved towards Somalia border, towards Somaliland border from the Amhara region of Ethiopia. I think if a small scale war breaks out between Ethiopia and Somalia, ENDF will be too overstretched. You can watch that video. Just I did a few hours ago. And the title is that Ethiopian military makes a new big decision. I think that would be perhaps the right time for Ethiopian armed groups to achieve their objectives. If Ethiopian military is caught on multiple fronts, especially on border with Somalia, and maybe Burhan from uh, Kasala and Gaddaraf too starts threatening Ethiopia, and from North Irati as well, that could put Abiy in a very difficult position. There would be the time for these armed groups to achieve their objectives. So maybe they should wait for the right time. It's not an advice, but I think this is what they are waiting for. By uh, Ethiopia war was in the interest of groups in Amhara. They were hoping there would be such a war. It did not happen. Now, Ethiopia Somalia war, again in the interests of the groups in Amhara, pro farmer elements. Maybe uh, pro, maybe uh, in Oromia as well. So it means that these groups will wait. They wouldn't like to be part of this war, but they would like the war to start between Ethiopia and Somalia. And if Ethiopia cannot handle the tension with Somalia and some sort of a war breaks out, it could pose a serious challenge to Ethiopian PM Abiy's government. Jay says, do you know, Sajid, how many new jets Ethiopia? I don't know about the actual number. First batch reported has arrived. They got 18, B Real says. Alex Avoka says, Sajid, you said mostly there is no relation between Ola and Abiy, but did not heard about that he was. Well, I still maintain that there is no relation between Abiy and Ola. At least I am not aware of any such common agenda on which the two have agreed. But problem is that Ola and Fano are not on one page. Operation against Fano was launched a few months ago. Ola reduced its activities. Why? Was it because it was in alliance with the Ethiopian Abiy's government? No. It reduced operations because it wanted Fano to be crushed. And same will happen if Ethiopian military launches a big offensive against Ola in Oromia. Fano will reduce its activities too. It happened, I think, if you remember. Sorry. Fano helped the military to crush Ola. It's about the rivalry, the animosity between Ola and Fano. It's not that Ola supports Abiy, that is why Ola goes silent when military is relocated to the Amhara region to crash farm. That is how I understand the situation. Iskahun says, Sajid Abi propagandist. Well, you can call me whatever you want to call. No problem. Ascol says, Sajid, do you believe Ethiopian government is finally going to try proactively to resolve internal conflicts due to external pressure? You know what their attempts are in terms of conflict resolution. Uh, you need very comprehensive dialogue with involvement of all parties for putting an end to for resolving conflicts. That effort is missing. National Dialogue Commission established a year ago has not done anything, I think. So the government is not sincerely considering the idea of a comprehensive process of negotiations to resolve conflicts. Did you see any tangible effort by government to talk to Fano fighters? I have not seen that. And by the way, Fano fighters are showing no flexibility too. Be Real says, Sajid, people call you propagandist but still listen to you every day. Yeah, problem is that when my reporting does not match their desire, uh, their loyalties, then they start criticizing me. What is Eritrean position at this time? We don't know. Eritrea largely silent, telling Somalia to calm down. I think in coming days we'll see because in Egypt we could see some movement, some progress. Maybe Isa Savorki, Hassan Sheikh, and Al Sisi will meet. On analyst says, what will be the benefit of Ethiopia having a naval base in Somaliland with such very expensive cost? It's not about naval base. I think it's about port. To protect your port, you need military too, you need your navy as well. It's about port. Ethiopia wants footing on the coast. It wants access to the sea, and for that, it needs a naval port, naval military base as well. Ethiopia maybe has gauged the benefits of using port in Somaliland and port in Djibouti, and the benefits in Somaliland outweigh the benefits which Ethiopia is getting from Djibouti. Abdulaziz says, Sajid, to give you a bit of history, Somalia cannot fight against Ethiopia without Somaliland. Somalia can create problems in Somaliland at least. Jay says, Sajid, last time you were confident that Ethiopia and Eritrea war wouldn't happen. Are you now also confident about Somalia, Ethiopia? No, I am not. I am not. I think situation is dire. It's alarming. Ethiopia Eritrea situation was not very tense, but now real tension between the two sides, especially Somalia, very committed. It's showing resolve that it will stop Ethiopia. No Abdurrahman, I have no African ancestry. Let me speak a little about fighting in North Showa zone of the Oromia region. Dera Wareda Koala is asking about General Migbe. Where is he? I don't know, but I know that at TPLF, there are interim government meeting which started weeks ago. Some people criticized Migbe a lot, accusing him for battlefield losses. I don't know where he is. Dera is in North Shore zone of the Oromia region. It's on Oromia-Amhara border, inhabited by Amharas. And Ola has long been accused of carrying out attacks on Amharas living in Dera. Again, since this morning, we have been receiving reports about clashes between Ola and Amharas in Dera. Videos are being shared showing some burning houses. And pro Amhara news sources are claiming that Ola fighters just entered Dera and they killed Amhara civilians and they stole cattle as well. And several civilians have been killed in this attack by Ola in Dera. Ola denies these allegations. I talked to a few men close to Ola. They say that Oromos in near Dera have been attacked by Fano fighters. Which Fano fighters? Fano fighters from the Amhara region? No. In Oromia border areas, Oromia Amhara border areas, Oromia side of the border, Amharas arm themselves, like in Balaga. Amharas say that they're under threat, that Ola and sometimes government forces target ethnic Amhara. So they have been arming themselves. Local Fano groups have been established in Oromia region. Local level, cavalry level. They don't have any one central authority in Oromia or one major Fano group in Oromia. But there are village level armed groups established by Amharas. And fighting erupts mainly between these local level Amhara armed groups and Ola fighters. Ola has been opposing the arming of Amharas in Valaga and other parts of Rome. Casualties on both sides, and some houses have been set on fire. Tension still persisting in Dera North Shore zone of the Oromia region. Why is the continent of Africa brewing another war? Well, because there are no democratic institutions in these countries. There are no, there is no accountability. Leaders can do anything. They're not held. I mean, if Abiy decides to wage war on Somalia today, will he ever be held accountable? No. So, and if Eritrea, if Isaias Afwerki decides to wage war on Djibouti today, will he ever be held accountable by his people? No. In these countries, there are no democratic, transparent institutions. That is why leaders decide whatever they want to. Leaders and their kitchen cabinets make decisions. Leaders are not answerable to the people. That is why they make decisions sometimes, mostly to consolidate their power. Daddy Fan is asking question about Ola. Do you think Ola will rally around the flag if Somalia and Ethiopia start a war? Interesting question, by the way. I'm not sure about Ola, but I'm sure about Fano. Fano won't join. What will Ola do? I don't know. Uh, in its statement, Ola rejected Abiy's MOU with Somaliland, calling it a political move. But I don't know what will happen, honestly. Didn't Ola side with Somalia? Yes, it offered that it is ready to talk to Somalia. But to say that it would fully support Somalia against Ethiopian National Defense Force, maybe that's an exaggeration. Dr. Abdi Jalil says, Sajid, do you think Ethiopian forces will help Somaliland to take control of SSC Khartoum? Yeah, very important question. Will Ethiopia involve itself in Somaliland's internal conflicts? Maybe Ethiopia won't. I think Ethiopia might play a role behind the scenes. It might play the role of a mediator. It might involve its elders, but militarily it won't intervene in SSC Khartoum control areas. Abdurrahman is talking about South Sudan Egypt deal. I'll speak on this deal after a few hours on Wednesday morning. Because 47 minutes have passed, I think we should end this live chat session. Some people say, Sajid, your live chats are getting longer. Difficult for us to view an hour long live chat. Though we only talk about 3 to 4 news stories, I take your questions, I read your comments. And I think on other YouTube channels, live chats are longer, much longer. Even I have seen a few with uh, some are more than 2 hours long. So I try to keep it as short as possible. Let's end this live chat session today, viewers. So tomorrow I'll be back with another live chat session. Thank you for joining. Keep me updated as well. Just I keep you updated because obviously you people have connections in Ethiopia, Somalia, Somaliland, Amhara, Rome area. You know better than me what is happening there. I do have sources too, but you have lots of sources if you know how to use them. If I'm missing anything, if anything is not being reported on my views and news, do get in touch with me. Help me improve the quality of the reporting so that people who watch us they get real information, speedy information, and accurate information about Ethiopia, Somalia, Somaliland, Eritrea on this channel. Thank you for joining. Stay blessed. See you tomorrow. Bye bye.